I'm Holly Copsey of Virtually Priceless, and this is episode 16 of VPTV. Each week I share our tips around productivity and learnings from growing a business over the last 5.5 years. As a business owner myself, I know only too well the pressure of trying to maintain a consistent social media presence. So if you are scrambling to post on social media every day, then this episode is for you. When you have so many hats to wear in your business and you're trying to juggle the delivery of client work alongside the operations and bringing in new business, the pressure to post on social media can feel really overwhelming. Of course, we know it's important to engage with our audiences and to ensure we're staying front of mind, but sometimes it's easier said than done, and at the end of a long, stressful day, the creative juices and inspiration for posts may well be lacking. What should take only a few minutes can easily consume a much longer period, and just the thought of having to come up with something of value can feel exhausting. The good thing is you don't have to post every day and you don't have to do it all alone. What you do need to do is to dedicate some time to look at your overall marketing strategy and to think about what you want to achieve with your social media. Are you looking to increase brand awareness? Are you hoping to forge partnerships and collaborate with other business owners? Do you need to improve your pipeline of client work? Are you promoting an event or looking for speaking opportunities? If you're clear on your overall business goals, you can devise a marketing strategy to achieve them. And once you're clear on those overall goals and strategy, it makes it much easier to write a content plan to help reach those goals. Remember, your social media content will likely only form a very small part of that overall strategy. So it is important, but it won't be the only element on which you need to focus. So where do you start with your content plan? Well, by now you should have done the work to identify your target audience and have figured out the platform or platforms where that audience is most present. So now you need to plan what you're going to post and how frequently. It may seem a lot of work to plan your content in advance, but by doing this, you'll maintain consistency and therefore hopefully maximise your engagement as your audience sees you regularly showing up for them. You need to start with mapping out the content pillars you want to focus on, perhaps just choosing 3 areas to begin with. These could be things like business advice, mindsets, industry news, learning more about your organisation. Then for each of these areas, you could break it down into different topics. For example, under business advice, you could talk about finance, marketing, HR, recruitment, and so on. Or for industry news, events that are taking place or that you've recently attended, the latest white paper, or trends in the market. Once you've decided on those 3 pillars and what they should be, you can map out a post per week on each of them. So 4 posts for each pillar across the month. Rather than trying to create those posts as and when you need them, I strongly recommend batching your content and blocking at least half a day to a day per month in your calendar so you can get into that creative mode, particularly if you're creating video footage like this. This also allows you time to have help if you need it with things like video editing or the creation of graphics to accompany your posts. And think about the time of day that works best for your creativity and what you need to do ahead of that slot to ensure you're mentally prepared for this type of work. Another great option to consider is repurposing content. So if you are creating videos or blog posts, that you can break these up into smaller posts, graphics or video clips, and then you have multiple pieces of content from one item that you've created. You can also create evergreen content by reusing content which remains relevant over time, which again reduces the need for that creation of a daily post. So perhaps you have a testimonial or a team member profile you can schedule to go out every few months, or a blog that will be useful at any stage of your business journey. Remember, only a small percentage of your audience are likely to see it the first time around anyway. Working with a social media assistant can save you a huge amount of time, as they'll be able to help you map out the plan from your pillars and also potentially draft or even create posts for you based on your guidance. They can also help schedule posts onto the various platforms that you use, and they can help with responding to comments or bringing to your attention any comments that need you to reply directly. And if you're confident in creating your own content, you might just want to consider using a scheduling tool such as SmarterQueue, Buffer, Hootsuite, Planly. There are many out there you can choose from, and some platforms actually allow you to schedule the content directly, such as Facebook. And by using a scheduler, you can spend a block of time focusing on the content and then set it to publish when you're busy doing other things or perhaps are just out of the office. Of course, if you have a much bigger budget, you could fully outsource the entire process and work with a social media manager or agency who will handle all the content creation, scheduling, and engagement for you. Finally, you can also leverage other people's content as a source of authentic and engaging social media posts. For example, if you see a great article, quote, or graphic that you think your own audience would appreciate, reshare this and add your own thoughts on the topic, obviously crediting and thanking the original poster. You can also encourage your own followers to share your content in this way as well. I hope you found this helpful. Remember, you don't need to post daily. You can streamline the process and make sure you're providing quality over quantity in only 2 or 3 posts per week. Try out some of these different approaches to managing your social media content to find the best fit for you and for your business needs. And finally, remember, consistency is key, but that doesn't mean that you have to post every day. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week for episode 17.